how well do Rock, and does that play into maybe a little upholding the Philly thing?
Oh no, I don't know Rock and Tiger. Tiger comes around here sometimes still. I see Brock here and there, and no, I don't call them, ask them any questions about the fight. We just regular friends, and that's about it.
How important do you view this fight, like progression in your career?
I mean, I think every fight now is just, I'm just building my legacy one fight at a time. I've been a champion for 3 years. I've been a world champion for 3 years already. I defended my title 5 times. I was an underdog 2 times in those them title defenses. So I think, every fight now is just adding another fight onto my legacy.
Even this one will be 30 out.
Yeah, we call it a dirty 30. And it's amazing, man. My career is just like, I see my career, one fight at a time. And I just see it, A lot of fighters say it goes by so fast, and it's just like, this is my 30th fight, and I soak in every moment of it. And I'm here in my 30th professional fight, and it's just a blessing.
It's been 25 years since there was a lot of over-the-air network boxing, which is coming back now. I mean, CBS is getting a little bit, and NBC's in it. How important is it to have, because you get a much bigger audience than you can even on HBO or.
I think this is very important. I think the whole point and the whole idea to this on the regular networks to broaden boxing, to make boxing bigger, to bring boxing back where it used to be. And I think the first showcase on NBC had like 4.6. It peaked at like 4.6 million views. So, I know the second one's gonna be even bigger. So, I'm blessed and I'm happy, and I can't wait to go out there a week and a half and showcase my skills.
Danny, even though this is in a title fight, you still play your WBC beats?
I have no idea. I don't know about that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know. Maybe something was, maybe something was not. But as far as I know, nothing was.
Because I know your mandatory proposal is fighting in the undercard. Do you know about him?
Wow, you just told me now. So I know about him because he was my mandatory, but I didn't know he was fighting on my undercard.
Okay.
One thing that I found very strange, and certainly out of the ordinary, was that I saw that the WBC was directing Stevenson, I guess if he wins this week, that he had to fight Kovalev. Basically, they're saying, well, we got to have a completely undefeated champion.
Okay.
It used to be that the organizations would strip guys if they didn't fight their mandatory and everything. Do you think it's a good thing now that there appears to be a move towards more unification type belts and champions holding multiple belts?
I think it's important. It's important, because that's how it used to be back in the day. There's one champion who had all the belts. Bernard Hopkins did it. And, I had 2 of the belts. I had 2 of the belts for 3 years. And, yeah, well, of course, yeah, it's very important for the fighters to have multiple belts.
Danny, what did you take from Adrian Broner's win, and do you think you're on a possible collision course with him? It seems like something the fans want to see eventually.
He did good. He did what he's supposed to do against that guy. He outboxed him. And, of course, anything can happen. So I'm up for whatever.
He was supposed to do that against that type of opponent.
Yeah, no
doubt.
doubt.
Really impressed with that.
No, I mean, I was impressed. He did his thing. He did what he had to do. He outboxed his opponent, and that's what boxing's about. He did good.
What does Lamont Peterson do similarly and differently from Adrian Broner as far as being a boxer?
I think Lamont Peterson, he just tries to fight a little more,
Do you think that's going to go to your advantage?
Oh, no doubt. But I'm ready for whatever. If he wants to try to box, then I'm just going to have to be aligned and stalk him down. Or if he wants to fight, we can fight. Everybody knows I can fight.
Is it tempting
to
hard for me? Try to go for the knockout since you see what Matisse did, and you've got that power, if not better?
No, I'm not going in there just trying to, knock his head off all, crazy. I'm gonna go in there and beat Danny Garcia and set him up.
If you're going to be moving at some point in the not terribly distant future to 147, you got to be aware of these numbers they're throwing around, financially for May 2nd with Mayweather and
big money
and Pacquiao. I got to believe that at some point, and you're not certainly not looking past Lamont Peterson, that you'd like to do a dance with one of those guys.
I would love to. That's what boxing's about, and that's every fighter's dream, is to fight on that stage You know, of course, for a lot of money, all the exposure in the world. You know, but it's one fight at a time. And you know, every fighter gets their chance to eat. You know, everybody can't eat from the table at one time. So I'm just taking it one fight at a time. That's it, one fight at a time.
With that kind of money floating out there, Daddy, though, it's just like, how important is it now to go out there and say, hey, this is the prime time, I have to go out and do it.
Exactly. I gotta go out there and do what I always do. I gotta go out there and dominate. You know, I gotta win the fight. So that way, you know, those fights will always, them big fights will be alive for me. So, you know, it's very important for me to go out there and look good and win this fight. And go out there and show the world on NBC that, you know, who Danny Garcia is to all the new fans.
So you're saying there's a pretty good chance this will be your last fight before 147?
Yeah, it's a good chance, but we'll see how I feel in the summertime.
You've been a champion for a while now. I mean, I was in Houston when you had your first title fight and beat Morales. I mean, how much is different between now and then, the way you feel? I mean, you know, like it was almost like, wow, you know, I'm a world champion, but now.
Yeah. No, I feel even better now. You know, when I won the world title, it took me a long time for it to soak in to actually feel like I was a world champion. I think I really felt when I was solidified myself as a world champion. You know, after I did defend my belt about 3 times already, but when I beat Matisse, I feel like that's when I solidified myself as a true champion. And I gave the fans what they wanted, and I beat them in good fashion. And it's just great now. It's just history in the making.
Does it feel different for you outside of the ring now that you're, you know, as you said, like sort of justified champion in your regular life? Is it different than, say, a few years ago?
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. You know, everybody knows me now. You know, you walk next to P. Diddy and he say, "What's up, Danny? How's your pop?" So you know, you know, life changed. You know, a lot of people look at you different now. And let me say, with hard work, you know, anything's possible. So all that stuff, you know, it doesn't make my head bigger. It just motivates me to keep working hard.
Marcos Mandala's been calling you out at both court. Do you think that could be your first fight?
Yeah, that definitely could be my first fight. I think that's a good fight for me.
We call him.
You know?
We want him in Donovan before Matisse. When I asked them who's the killer at 40, they said Matisse was. I said, bring him down. Take Matisse.
But yeah, that's definitely a good fight for me. I think that's a good style for me. You know, he comes forward, he's strong. I'm a strong boxer, puncher, and it'll be a good fight for the fans. And a good fight for me.
Yeah, boxing is cyclical, you know, some divisions are hot in a particular year or for a couple of years, and then 147 to 140, 154, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
This is, you know, I think those weight divisions kind of dominated boxing in the last 10 years, if you ask me. You know, there's a lot of, especially 147 right now, you know, there's a lot of young stars at that weight. And 140, there's a lot of guys, you know, making their name in the game. So, you know, I think those weight classes carried boxing for the last 10 years, and it's exciting.
Going back to Brooklyn, it's second home to you.
Yeah, I love Brooklyn. It's my 4th fight there.
Yeah.
It's my 4th fight there. I'm 3-0 with 2 knockouts. And I'm looking to make it 4-0. April 11th. It's a great atmosphere. I love the Barclays Center.
Put that.
You been watching
Better
boxing on TV lately?
I've been watching what?
Have you been watching much boxing on TV lately?
I watch boxing all the time. You know, I'm a student of the game, so you know I'm always learning.
So did you watch the Mauricio Herrera who was going to be the junior fight?
Yeah, I watched that fight. Yep, I watched it.
Who did you want to fight?
I thought it was a close fight. I thought it was a tough fight. You know, could have went either way. We gave it to the young kid. You know, Herrera's a tough fighter. He got an awkward style. He makes, you know, tends to give young fighters an ugly-looking fight. It was a tough fight, you know. It was a good fight. Could have went either way. Benavidez won, and it was what it was.
I know you're proud of your Puerto Rican heritage and also of being a Philadelphia fighter. So it seems like this is a really good time for Philadelphia boxing. You got Brian Tanning's going to fight Klitschko. You got Jesse Hart coming up and fighting on that big May 2nd card.
Yeah.
What about that? I mean,
Oh, it feels great, man. I just feel like it's taking pressure off me now. You know, it was either me or Bernard, and nobody else was stepping up at that time. And, it was just me. I had the title, and I'm just happy for everybody from Philadelphia, man. Because it's crazy because people are starting to notice now this is a boxing market. Like, we have great fighters in Philadelphia, and I'm happy for Brian Jennings, Jesse Hart, Gabriel Rosado, all the young fighters who's doing their thing on TV, and I'm just happy for them, man. It's just Philadelphia is a boxing city, and it's just amazing, man. I'm just happy. Like I said, it's taking some pressure off me, so do your thing, man.
You got to fight some pay-per-view this weekend. You gonna watch it?
Huh?
You got to fight some pay-per-view this weekend.
Oh yeah, of course, man. You gotta support my Philadelphia native. He's a Philly Rican like me, so I gotta hold him down.
What do you think, Robson?
I don't know. I'm saying April 11th. Don't forget to tune in. Don't go get the popcorn either. Because you're going to miss out. And that bell ring, you better stay focused in that ring. Because at the end of the day, man, I'm not trying to hurt him. The champion of the world is going to be a defense title. A catchweight defense. He's going to be always there. You know what I mean? Everybody look at him, look. Everybody humble. They think he's sweet. But we want him to be like that. We want him to be
Oh, they know
like
that. They should not go by that anymore,
But
right?
he's still going by it. Good.